R6, reverse head kick, old favourite. The lunge, we keep ourselves 45. The reverse, we're squaring ourselves up now, and we're dropping our weight, which will give us the ability to springboard from there to here. So we're effectively going 1, 2, springboarding. If you don't drop on your front knee, you won't have any spring. You got to dip, so we'll go 1 for 1, nice and slow to start. 1, 2. So they can even block our reverse punch. Block, kick. Block, kick. Block, kick. Sorry. Block, kick. Round, block, kick. Round, block, kick. Hook, block, kick. Hook, block, kick. So 1 for 1 now. Fake. That's up! That's up! Okay. Round. That's up! Hook. That's up! This happens when you're tired. Okay. So R6b, reverse kick, but this time reverse body kick. So B for body. B because it's the second of the series of the reverse kicks. So you've got a couple of options here. One, now with the reverse head kick, we tend to drop our weight and then we use our hand to pull back and help to transform our weight, get the leverage we need. The body kick is different. We actually kick while we're still forward with our hand. 1, 2, or 1, 2. So we keep the hand out and we keep it at our opponent. The biggest mistake you can make is 1, pull the hand up, or 1 and let the hand go past. So if you go into a front kick is great. Start with a reverse to the head. Because if I reverse here, his focus goes here. 1, 2. And then Ash goes 1, 2. So then I go, pretend to go high. Ash goes. I go. With the round kick, similar sort of thing. We aim high, get his attention high, and we're going to come in low. Now our key, if anything, if my opponent, I get a stand on the line, my foot on the line. Now, normally we're here. Ideally we want to be here. We want to have our front feet on the same line, so we're on a separate track. That gets me in behind his elbow. So if I go like this, he'll react though. So ideally, I want to do it quite slightly. That's hard. One of the reasons why we move a lot in Kumite is because we can get ourselves to different tracks. So I want to get myself to a different track. Aim high and kick low. Aim high, so his guard goes high. Aim high, kick low. Or if he goes, he aims high, kick low. Aim high, kick low. So we come back to here. Obviously a body kick, you can come straight out, kick straight as is. But this is one of the best ways to get the body kick in with the distracting front hand. So we've got the front hand aiming high, then we've got the body kick coming in below. R7, R7a, reverse punch sweep. Again, these are all techniques working off our intimidation factor of our backhand. So throw fakes, throw disturbances, even if you're going to disturb with the backhand occasionally. Remember with the disturb, our front foot goes out and we come back out. Don't commit both feet, you may get picked off. Front foot, tap and back. But it's always about in and out, in and out. So now we've got our sweep. Key, get the reverse punch head level and look them in the eye. As soon as I do this, he knows what's going on, he'll retreat or pick off. I want to look him in the eye, and my hand must stay in front of my opponent at all times. I don't want to move it offline. He'll register that it's safe, he'll attack. If there's a hand in front of my opponent, he'll register that there's still a threat. Hopefully he'll stay in defensive mode. 1, 2. and back. 1, 2, and back. So then Ash goes 1, 2, and back. You can defend my punch if he wishes. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2, and back. Now it's like the Sepai sweep. 1, 2, and Sepai, 1. What we're doing it?
5 minutes.
On the tape. What battery?
Tape.
Okay. That's quick. So we're doing it like the Sepai sweep. 1, 2, but our foot must hit the ground after the sweep. So think of Sepai as opposed to landing and sweeping. 1. In the Sepai sweep, what does our back leg do? It points this way. It's the same in this technique here. If you look at my back leg, it's pointing away from my opponent. Now, if I do this too high, I'll get warned. If I open my hips up and make it look like a round kick, I'll get warned. If I keep my toes pointing straight ahead, 1, 2, I'll make contact low on their leg, and I'll be making contact here, which makes it a legal technique. If they go down, I get a nip on. If they don't go down, I get a nip on. If it doesn't, if it's not effective enough, and I only turn them half side on, I can get a wazari. If it's straight away, I can get a nip on. Don't feel you need to follow up a sweep with a technique. If you do a sweep and you don't like the position you put them in because they don't look vulnerable, don't attack. A lot of people have the fear that if they tap their opponent's leg, they have to attack in 2 seconds or they get warned. That's not the case. You only have to attack in 2 seconds if you wish to score an ippon. So if I go tap his leg, bang, I can get an ippon if I've just stabilised him. If I tap his leg, 1, 2, 3, wazari, because I wasn't close enough to the sweep. If I tap his leg and back away, there's no call. The bout just continues. You do not have to follow up a sweep unless you want an ippon. There's no warning for tapping people's ankles. If you tap people's ankles like this, looks like a round kick, you'll get in trouble. If your toes are pointed towards the back, it becomes a sweep, perfectly legal. So if you're going to disturb, perfectly legal. If you're going to sweep, make sure toes pointed towards your opponent. Don't turn the hips over. Now the 7th move of Cypher is where we come into our opponent, we come sideways in a kibadachi, and then we lift our leg up. And then we counter strike with a kick. Anytime our feet come together in Kata, means you're sweeping. Why would anyone say, I'm going to teach you how to defend yourself, put your legs together? Doesn't make sense. People say bring your legs together in Kata because you're effectively doing something on the process. So I'm bringing my legs together, which means I'm sweeping. So if this was Cypher, nice and awkward with mitts on, from here, up. 2, counter strike with the leg. Kumite, we're going to counter strike rather than not do that. We're not going to start here, we're going to start here. Rather than doing this, we're going to do this, but it's the same principle. Then we step across just like Cypher, and we do this just like Cypher, just like Cypher, but we're going to punch afterwards. So Cypher, up, across, Kumite, up, across, and punch instead of counter here. So Kumite, if you look at my line, 1, across, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just one of the applications of Cypher. So we go medium pace, we're not wearing pads, so we have to go nice and light. So from here, 1, 2, 3. And Ash goes 3. And I go 1, 2, 3. Ash goes 3. One more, super slow. In, out, bang. Ash can do one more fast though.